Yo,
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today?
what's going on? Another Art Bros, a special double header of an Art Bros.
Special Art Bros, special times, special people, special creators, special lots of stuff. So,
Special K, yeah.
What are we doing?
So today we got two people coming in, one at 7 right now and one closer to 8 o'clock. And it's going to be, like I said, a double header. But let's just chill for a minute and see, acknowledge some folks that we know. The Art Jedi. We all know the Art Jedi.
And Bud's in. Hello, Bud. Hello, Jedi.
Bud is in. Also known, a.k.a. Richard.
And look, Jedi's already wrenching.
And he's already Regin. And I really appreciate, what is he saying? If you are joining us for the first time, make sure you check out Joe Catapano's comic. I appreciate that extra intro before the link. Doing a great job. And we got Richard B. Hail. What's up, Richard B? Yes. So it's good to have the regulars come in. We like seeing you in the chat. Jeremy's already working on a page. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we got our first creator. He's got his second book. In fact, both of our creators tonight are on their second book in their series. Our first, the man of the first hour, is Randall Rozzell. Hopefully I pronounced that right. With Whitaker, Knox, book 2. Welcome, Randall.
Hey, thank you for having me on.
No problem, man. It's we were getting into the helping the community as much as we can, because originally we're trying to do as much art stuff as we could, do sketch battles and do, just art talks. But now that we're getting the promotion kind of, it's hard. You get addicted to helping people, promote. So that's what we're doing for at least the time we're on campaigning. We're going to hit these promos hard. We got Frog G in the house.
Yep.
Thank you, Frog G. I see you everywhere. You hop around, if you will. So we have several different things we want to go through before we really talk about the book itself. But maybe you can give a little intro of maybe how long you've been interested in comics, maybe, and also the first time you kind of started dabbling into creating. And get us to about today.
Okay. Wow. How much time do we have?
Got an hour.
So definitely got in as a kid. It was Saturday morning cartoons. Beginning Dungeons and Dragons. My sister and I loved that cartoon when we were young. Still love it. Justice League, et cetera, on Super Friends on TV. But then. I think I said in the podcast that we were on with Indie Comics Relay that the first book I picked up on a spinner rack was X Factor 23 or 24. And then I think also Uncanny, or at the time just X-Men. I picked up an issue there that Alan Davis had done a guest spot on. And just blew my mind, of course. Very new to me. I was probably a young teen at the time. And from there, I wanted to be an artist. I had some skills at the time, I guess. I would, draw stuff, start with stick figures, of course, when I was in elementary or whatever. And, little figures that were having wars or whatever. And it, just kind of grew from there. And then next thing I knew, I was copying panels and making my own stories. I remember reading Secret Wars and Infinity Gauntlet and all these things when they originally came out, and take panels from here and panels from there and made my own stories. And that's, I went to art school, hoping maybe to take that somewhere. I didn't, in hindsight, I didn't take enough figure drawing, figure painting to be able to sustain a book on my own. So I'm, in awe of you guys and all the artists out there that can do that. I never had the talent to sustain an entire book.
It's a hard grind.
The ideas, just keep, showing up in my head of different books that I would love to write. When I was, I also did a lot of writing growing up, different kind of books. It wasn't really, comics when I was younger. It was just story ideas. And then when I hit 30 is when I said, okay, I'm going to, really, give this a try. I was expecting my first child, and I was like, this might be the time before I'm totally swamped to maybe get something going. And I wrote a lot of stuff. I wrote, stuff for myself, and was in writing boards, different online things, and submitted small short stories here and there, and was just dabbling and trying to get some feedback and see what people thought. And it was good. I had some good, feedback and some pats on the back here and there. But then, of course, family and kids. I've got 3 kids now, and I let life get in the way. What's that?
Life takes over.
Yeah, life takes over. Yeah, I definitely can admit that I think I said on the other interview that I kind of I kept it to myself. It was kind of my circle. It was my thing. I was never vocal about being a comic lover, a possible writer, because I never really got positive feedback on that. The Marvel Universe wasn't big then. The MCU and comics weren't huge. It was a kids thing, based from a lot of people that I've talked to. So I didn't really share it. And then finally, I was talking to a friend of mine. I told him about Whitaker Knox, kind of the beginnings of it, and he said, "What do you got to lose? Put it together. Write up the first script, and I'll read it, and you get an opinion." And wrote the first one. He thought it was cool. He gave me some feedback. I tweaked the characters, and I've got like 12 versions of issue 1 because I kept rewriting it. I didn't like how this was, or this scene, or I think I told Indie Comics Relay as well that it started off as like an Indiana Jones type tale. And it just kind of, I remolded it to, a sci-fi story or just different aspects.
That's cool.
And then it ended up falling on a detective story.
That's great. So when you, what kind of, I want to ask your age, but like, how old were you when you actually got to writing Whitaker Knox? As far as
I've been working on it like 10 years off and on. Cool. I had the concept maybe 10 years ago, give or take 8 to 10 years ago. And that's when it was, like I said, like an Indiana Jones type thing. And it was just notes in a notebook. I was trying to craft this character. I loved the name. I put it together at some point, and I was trying to figure out what kind of character it was. It
has a great ring to it, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I appreciate that. I think the first script I wrote probably 10 years ago, he was, kind of like I don't know, like he was like a genius type scientist or something like that, Indiana Jones type. And I wrote the first script, and half of it was good, half of it was crap. I can definitely say that, now that 10 years later, it was not good. And I was like, okay, put it away. You don't really have it. But, it keeps, the wheels keep turning. What about this? Try this. And then, I think I had the idea to bring in magic and make him a necromancer at some point during the 10 years. And then I think I wrote the first actual script of the book that got produced, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I probably wrote the first pass at this script that got published. And then just kept changing things. I didn't like scenes when I introduced characters differently.
Right. I do the same similar things. I think everyone, when you're building up on something new, trying to get it right is tough.
Yeah.
We're our own worst critics, right?
Mm-hmm. True. So what's your let's say it became a detective story, and so what
drove you to that?
Right. What's the inspiration behind like a cult kind of
I actually fought against it. I didn't really want it to be a detective story because I feel like there's so many detective stories out there. TV shows or whatever. It's like, the gritty detective, has, he's an alcoholic, or he's this or he's that, and he has these things against him, but he's going to be a hero. I didn't want to be that story. And like I said, I tried so many other avenues that, just weren't coming together. And so you're not the artist on this book, right? You're just you're the writer. I'm the writer. I do the lettering, but Silvio DB is my artist, and he's phenomenal.
Great.
It wouldn't be the book it is without his help. Without his.
Did you give him art direction of any kind?
Just. Yeah, I mean, I think when I first sent him the initial pitch, the kind of to get his mind around it, I think I sent him a picture of Tom Hardy for Whitaker Knox, and his partner James Summers. I think it was some friends of mine have joked that it was Samuel L. Jackson, but I was looking at more of I'm gonna totally butcher his name, but it's Mordo from Doctor Strange, Chiwetel Ejiofor or something like that. I can never pronounce it.
Yeah, me either.
He was my inspiration for James Summers. Just trying to put a face to him to help him narrow it down. When it came to,
I was gonna say, is this your sister in here?
Yeah, Stephanie. Yeah, she was on the other podcast. Yeah, she's my biggest fan.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's great. I didn't know because we're all bros in Art Bros, so I didn't know if it was somebody else that's not your sibling, but
yeah, that's my sister.
Right. Cool. Awesome.
So I think the detective ended up working because once I had the idea that he was a necromancer and could speak to the dead, Detective for the Dead just kind of worked. It helped me shape a world around him instead of him being in space or, being in a desert or the Old West or whatever. Just the other ones, they didn't stick together. I like detective stories, not so much like gumshoe type stuff. I really like, I really like the scenes where like they're, the SWAT team is invading a dark building and you don't know what they're going to find. There's a bomb or is there
Sicario?
Maniac. What's that?
Sicario?
Yeah, Sicario.
Okay.
That kind of thing. Or I also like one of my favorite movies, which kind of paints the kind of person I am. I love the movie Seven.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt. When they bust in and find Sloth, or even when the two main characters actually find, they just go to knock on this guy's door, John Doe, and it turns out to be the killer.
Yeah.
Just that whole chasing and stuff. I love those kind of situations, not necessarily the whole.
It's the tension.
It's the tension, completely, yeah.
I feel like just the vibe of what you have is very, I don't know, True Detective for me. The season 1 of True Detective was really one of my favorite. Yeah, it feels that way.
Yeah, season 2, we can forget about that one, but season 1 was great.
Yeah, season 1 was great, and 3 was okay. I'll say
3 was okay, for sure. So I had a Kickstarter for issue 1 in October 2019. My goal was 3,500. We hit like 3,800, which was phenomenal. I honestly didn't think it was going to happen, but I think my family really pitched in. I had a lot of friends that knew I was this was my dream, so they came out of the woodwork and they got me to the goal. And then 2020 was pretty horrible. So I think I had a goal of April on the first book, and we didn't get it out until I think September of 2020.
Really?
Silvio got hit hard with COVID and with family and with, just crap, which totally understandable. I thought there was a chance that it was just going to be over at that point because he was in kind of bad shape. So I thought the book was going to die and I'd have to give money back at one point. So luckily, he pulled out of it. We got it together and got the first book in people's hands in like August, September.
That's great. And I can vouch for it too. I read at least half of it over on Indie Comics Relay or right before, and I really liked it. I will vouch for how connected you feel to the characters in the first book immediately. So that's the best thing you probably can say, because I think that's regardless of how cool the art is or how high the concept, if you can't connect and relate to the characters, then it doesn't matter. So props to you there, man.
And going back, I like that twist about necromancer, but he's a detective of the dead. Like that all. It's a nice twist to offer you a lot of story plot, like to utilize the just the lore of necromancy. It goes far back into Dungeons and Dragons and tabletops. So
we got Jose Garcia in the house, guys. Real
quick.
How you doing? Jose's great,
dude. Welcome, dude.
I didn't win the Star Circuit contest for his new fan art. However, I will get to it. If I have to hire him, I will. Yeah, Jose's great. Hopefully, I think we'll have you on in a few weeks, I believe, right, Jose? But back to Whitaker Knox. book 1, I didn't finish it. So is it a big cliffhanger from book 1 to book 2, or?
Yeah. So for those that haven't read it, so you're introduced to Knox, and he has, on this cover that we're looking at now, he has what I call third eye sigil on his hand. So he puts it over his face, says an arcane language, speaks this language, and the eye opens up. And when he removes his hand, his eye is actually missing. I don't know. A couple of people that have read it with me didn't realize that his eye is actually gone from his head. And he puts his hand on the forehead of the dead. He transfers the eye to them, and then it kind of the way I show it in the book is it looks like the person wakes up, but in fact he kind of connects to an echo of their past to see their last moments, to see how they die.
That's a great way to describe it.
It's a great way to solve a mystery or to solve a crime. What I'm kind of sidetrack a little bit. I finished writing an 8-page backup story that's going to go in issue 2 recently. And I was able to kind of expand on that ability. And what I don't show you in issue 1 is that he actually lives out their deaths. He doesn't just watch it; he actually kind of lives through it. So it definitely takes a toll on him mentally, physically, and
emotionally probably too.
Oh yeah, emotionally as well. The whole gamut. So he goes through that. Sleep deprivation. Yeah. So he that's his introduction, and then his partner pulls him into a crime scene by the middle of the book that involves 5 or 6 bodies in an apartment that is hollowed out. It shouldn't really be there. There's no bathroom, no windows or doors. It's just kind of a hole in this apartment building. And the bodies are in the center. They're kind of all melted into what I called a human ball of flesh. That's how I described it to my artist, to Silvio, when I wrote it.
That's what I got up to.
And prior to finding it, they actually are attacked by one of the victims, and they shoot and kill this person. And then after some detective work, they discovered that the person that they killed was actually Knox. He has his badge. He has the sigil on his hand. He has the same scar on his chest.
Hold on. Are you spoiling the book here?
Well, he asked how it ended. This is just issue 1.
Yeah, I kind of asked for it. However, I probably, just for anybody who wanted to know it. Anyway, we'll move on.
I'm just trying to know. Don't spoil it.
Well, that's not the end of the book. That's definitely a big portion, but that's not the ending. The ending does end on a cliffhanger.
Cool.
Issue 2 picks up a year later, and nice. Knox is, I think I've said before, he's foobarred in issue 2. I didn't want to make it, that he was the perfect hero that just gets up and says, all right, let's go beat the bad guy. He's really screwed up in issue 2, and things are not good.
I think to do a quick little break, I think the trailer, I remember it being pretty awesome. So the minute I remembered that, I was like, I think it's a good time to play this thing. A nice in between, and then I can think of more cool questions while we watch.
Full screen it.
Yep, sure.
And pray to the sun god on internet.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Been full.
Oh, I love it.
You shouldn't have mentioned.
I love it.
Yeah, I highly recommend you all watch that thing.
I thought the buffering was part of the nightmare.
Oh, yeah. You would, Jeremy, you would.
No, but that art, the concept seems like cosmic horror, hell horror, psychological. But you're also talking about dude. Yes, this is cool.
Yeah, I tried to mash up a lot of things that I enjoy. This is literally my first book now in issue 2, and it's like I may as well go for the gusto in case I don't do anymore. So
yeah, it's definitely as good as I remember, and I feel like we got your inspirations. But as a writer, were you into creative writing before writing this book, or do you have any, like some people have novel or short story experience?
Nothing published by any means. Like I said, I wrote when I was younger. I have a couple books, you could say, that I started, short stories or novels when I was still in high school. I remember my mom was super proud of them. Oh wow, you're a writer, and I think she's still asks me to this day, pretty much, did you keep those? And I'm like, no, I don't know what those are. I'm pretty sure they're not as good as I would like them to be, since I was 15 or something. But yeah, I mean, I was into writing, even though I wanted to be an artist. I had the ideas floating around my head, this or that. So I think I was kind of into sci-fi back then, where my books kind of centered around. So yeah, the bug has been there. But this is my first actual attempt to publish, to get something out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was, as you were saying that, I read your promo here of the first 25 backers getting this print. And I was like, I immediately had to go scroll back up and see what you're at. You're way past that. So,
well, keep in mind, 4421 of that came from my Kickstarter.
Okay, so is this only from?
Yeah, so I've only had 2 backers on Indiegogo so far.
Oh, you definitely need to have maybe an update right below that or something. Since it's not updating, you're probably losing potential, because
so people won't know. Okay, gotcha. I have an update. Yeah. I have an update down lower that says it's probably too far down. It's right underneath where it says Knox's story. To keep going.
Right below this name.
Right under, is it under there? Yeah. So right underneath here, I have Whitaker Knox on Kickstarter, so I can move that to the top if you think that would be.
You would, and I would even make a little bit of text that just is clear as day. Literally, since you're writing it anyway, you might as well be like 2 out of the 25 are already done. You know what I mean?
Got it.
That way they know. Okay. Yeah, I would say that's useful, because that's a big plus. That's like an exclusive kind of thing.
Right.
Because I'm mainly saying that for everybody on the stream right now. Anybody watching right now, this is pretty sweet. I can vouch for the first book. So if you do, guys, go ahead and back. You're going to get an extra print. Anybody who's, I don't think we have that many people in the room. So I think if everybody backed right now, we'd all get the print. It's the time to do it. So yeah, let's.
Well, that brings up a question. The way I put it in was that anyone that backs a physical copy of the book will get the print. Should that be anybody that backs? What's the better?
It should be the physical, which is fine. But you may want to have that in there somewhere. Maybe you do, and I just
it's in that promo at the top with the
okay.
Example.
So you're right. So anybody who's legit and gets a physical copy, nothing against digital posers out there, but if you want to be a real person, and
you got to have the real book in your hand,
right?
Oh man,
I mean, look at this print. You see this print, Jeremy?
Yes, I see that print, dude. And the light will look so awesome on a screen with it glowing.
Yeah, but you don't get
it, and you can take it with you everywhere.
Do you get this if it's digital though?
You asking me? I'm not offering like a desktop image of it, but I certainly can. It's an actual physical print I will be sending out.
Well, I was just going to argue Jeremy's point. See, Jeremy, you're not going to get it at all if you go digital now.
Hey, I am a traditional guy at heart. I love having the traditional stuff, but I do take a lot of tips from other people's opinions sometimes.
I'm not against digital. I'm just saying, here you get book 1 digital and a print. What is that here? This one is that. This is not confusing, but this is interesting because you're going to mail out the print copy and a PDF of the.
Yeah. So the first tier above that is both books as a PDF, and then that one, if you just want issue 1, you can get issue 1 with a PDF version of it.
I don't like critiquing midstream.
That's fine.
However, the title just constructive
Makes it sound like
feedback.
it's a print instead of a book.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So I would say, and I would even put the print first because that's what you want to put emphasis on. You would say maybe book one plus digital PDF or something,
Got it. Okay. That makes sense.
But yeah, that otherwise you might get the wrong impression, but it's fine. We get it here, and everyone in chat gets it. Jedi's got your looks like Jedi's got your back in the chat. He's got, hey you, yes you, live stream viewer, check out this awesome comic that the whole stream is featuring tonight. Jedi, you're getting better at this, bro. You might need a raise. We might give you a raise. If I was monetized, I'll share some of that monetization. Speaking of, guys, please hit the like button and subscribe because we're close. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers, and
he'll get better at the plugs.
Yes, dude, he is getting better though. He's becoming a link master. And
I think he was. I was talking about you. That was a pretty elegant maneuver there. But
thank you, dude.
You're shilly like a shilling. So.
Dude, I did just talk to Lucifer Storm, and he's out there with the shillings out there in the UK. So I'm taking a little bit from him, and so I do want to talk about book 2, but there's so much. We got a whole other probably 20 minutes left, so I want to talk about maybe let's just go into maybe your any kind of personal. What are you pulling from the story? Are you pulling from any personal experiences, or who's your favorite writers maybe that you're pulling from?
No personal experiences. I'd love to say I was a necromancer or detective or something cool, but I'm just an overweight redhead in North Carolina right now.
That's close. That's close.
Yeah, it's really close.
No.
Sometimes it plays into it though. For me, it's like maybe you had a traumatic, you're lost in a cemetery or something. That's why you're dealing with dead images so much.
Gotcha.
Whatever it may be.
No, I think it's where my mind gravitates to. I mean, I love superhero books. I've always been an X-Men fan and Avengers and DC as well. I'm more of a Marvel guy, but I love reading those books.
So what do you think about Rob Zombie horror movies? Because just that trailer, the art style, the way it sounded. If you're the one, kind of directing that had that kind of dirty, gritty horror movie feel to it.
Yeah.
What's
Rob
his
Zombie,
big one?
I feel like Rob Zombie's hit or miss. I felt like his Halloweens were good.
I liked his first one.
What was it? House of a Thousand Corpses and its sequels, I think, were definitely original and took things in a different direction. He definitely. Then I feel like he kind of lost me on 31 and I can't remember his other one.
Lords of Chaos.
Lords of Chaos, is that what it was called? Those kind of bored me.
Or no, not Lords of Chaos. I'm sorry. It's a horror. It starts with Lords of Salem.
Yeah, that one I felt was really boring. 31 had more going on, but it's still just like okay. Yeah, I mean, I felt like he was rehashing a little bit, maybe.
So you're pulling. You're pulling. Are you pulling anything from it, or maybe just some of the good parts, some of the vibe?
I mean, I try to pull parts from different things that I enjoy.
He said 7, so I was like, 7 goes real.
I mean, I love the original Halloween movies before they got Busta Rhymes in there. The originals, and I love Stephen King. I still have not gotten through the last book of his Gunslinger series. I try to find time to read, and I just...
Is that the Dark Tower one you're talking about?
Yeah, Dark Tower, Dark Tower series.
I've only read the first one, but it was awesome.
Yeah, I think there's 7 altogether, so I still got the last one. But I just take from lots of places. It could be an old TV show that I saw, or movies, obviously. Other books I've read. Music, lyrics on a song will kind of make me go, oh, that's, that gives me a little light bulb, and that's a cool. It brings me to a concept, or just a cool line that helps open up some dialogue for me or something.
Nice.
I'm always watching and listening.
Yep.
So that being said, before we jump into some more actual concrete questions about the second book, We got a subscriber, guys. Jose Garcia, the man himself, acclaimed CG artist, and also he's got so many projects under his belt. Like he's got like a fanny pack of projects that he pulls out, and it's impressive whenever he talks about it. It's my favorite part, and
his professional portfolio is pretty nice.
His website is impressive. I'm not gonna lie. We got Sherry's in the house. This is very impressive because I think she's at the gym.
Hi, Sherry.
So we also have another little message from your sis. He's a teenage daughter. He needs all those powers. Yes, I imagine. I don't have one, but if I did, I imagine you need all the help you can get.
I've got 3 daughters, not just one.
Wow. So I mean, both.
I just got the image of Buzz Lightyear while you're having tea.
So I skipped over one part that this is some of the accolades. Is that what they call them here?
Yeah.
Something like little clips for accolades for the book, and it seems like I recognize a couple names, and I think they are giving you some sweet reviews from what I'm skimming here. So this book preview of book 1, is that how many pages are you giving away here?
There's 6-7 pages here for book 1.
Cool.
It shows that opening scene that I told you about. He's in the morgue and he's visiting a woman named Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Might have a connection with her based on his, what he's saying. His kind of uncomfortable. He's not the type of guy that I try to write him as kind of, not heartless, but just he's jaded and he's sarcastic. He's kind of a loner. He's certainly not the normal detective, which, again, I hate saying that because there's so many detective stories where the detective is burned out or an alcoholic or he's got a horrible past or he's been kicked off the force. And, I'm trying to do it my way as best I can.
So he's it definitely invokes, I guess it's just like the environment too, but it always brings up Max Payne for me from the classic video game. Something about it, I don't know, whatever it is, it's just got that vibe. Not that it might not lean that way in general, but that's a cool thing for me. But yeah, he's in the morgue and the art is looking pretty sweet. So I think you're going to get the best of both worlds because I think you're going to get the vibe of relating to the character plus all the cool art in these previews. Jedi is trying to pimp Sherry's Instagram on my channel. Go check out Lady Space Dust. That's Sherry's Instagram. She does many different things, including sweet, colorful art. So check her out. The art, not my girlfriend. And so let's continue on with the preview. See if we can see anything. Maybe give us some backstory. Here's him using the power.
Using the power. And transfers in a sense transfers the sigil to her, but also makes a connection, almost like window to the soul type of thing, and transfers himself to her in a sense, so he can see the last thing she saw, in a sense, what transpired. She's got marks on her neck, looks like she was choked. So obviously a homicide.
Right.
So then this double spread kind of shows, her before her death. She's more, she's beautiful and it's kind of almost heavenly in a sense. But then, as he says in the copy, that murder puts a stop to that. You see her in her last moments, and then something basically kind of takes her soul, her essence, and then unusual for him. He's been through this probably hundreds of times, but this time this creature can actually see him and attempts to attack him, which is unusual for him. He's surprised by it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the moments that got me. I was just straight reading, and I was like, it's one of those moments where it's one of those moments where you don't expect it. You're like, oh crap, maybe the book can notice me, So Richard B is asking, too late for what? Let's go up one. cutting it pretty close there. It's pretty funny. I think he's talking about my reference to Sherry. Anyway.
Too late. Nice.
Yep, too late for sure. This is all great. I want to make sure we get to talking about the perks some more. That way we give a chance to any of the prospective buyers out there, a little bit of familiarization with what you got.
Yeah,
and as much content is Joe is going to be pumping out, Art Bros is going to be coming out. People are going to miss, they'll come back, rewatch. So just make sure you cover everything you can,
Mm-hmm. True. So I think we both talked a little bit about the digital copies, but you're getting both books here.
Yep. Both books and the digital copies, both 1 and 2. You can buy 1 and 2 separately, which you probably wouldn't want to do, but if you just want to taste, you can get issue 1. And then I offer both of them together in a bundle with a pair of stickers.
Okay. That's pretty cheap though for $10. It's pretty good.
The first issue is 32 pages and the second issue is 36. I'm not including the backup story in these because I felt like that was a stretch goal in Kickstarter. But I think I can offer it. I can add it in as a perk, depending on how well the Indiegogo project goes.
Right.
I can add stretch goals to it. Obviously, throughout the in-demand situation. So
this is great. And remember, guys, if you're going to back this book physically, you're going to get that print, the one right here, this super awesome one. I almost wish it was a print I can buy. Is this a separate print I can buy even if I'm not the first 25?
It's not. I think. I mean, you tell me how that would work. Is if you're getting it for free, I wouldn't want to offer it to buy later, or would I?
You could. No, it's more special if it's an exclusive. The first 25, you're gonna. Right. It's even more special. It's the laws of supply and demand, and I can feel it pulling on my heartstrings. And so I think anyone who is thinking about it, that's just going to sweeten the deal, and especially anybody that's wanting to collect everything Whitaker Knox. That's the main thing you want here. You need to get in now before too many other people get notice on this project.
Right. There's some other add-ons that you can get once you choose a perk, and I have them all listed. Have them all listed really far down the page after all the previews. If you wanted to look at those,
sure.
Format.
So
we can also look at a few.
Your best tier is 1 and 2, and the stickers physically.
Yep. Yes.
That's a sweet deal. 35 for both, and the stickers. And the stickers you have down here too, as well, somewhere.
Yeah, they're like I said. You get past the issue 1 previews, and then there's going to be issue 2 previews.
Okay.
After that, if you want to show a few of those pages, so here's issue 2.
Sure. Issue 2. This is the real deal. Here we go.
The new one.
Mm-hmm.
You need a metal soundtrack.
Yeah, right now. It's already pretty nuts.
So that's kind of the ending of book 1, and kind of what he's going through in a sense, what's in his head, and he kind of is seeing and maybe his life flashed before his eyes, depending on how you want to look at it. Here, he's seeing aspects of his life, and just kind of getting to the point of now page 3 down there is present day, and he's, like I said, he's in really bad shape. He's missing an arm. He's all cut up, and he's broken very, very badly. And he's got voices, and he's seeing things. The image there with the knife cutting something is in his head. So he's, like I said, he's in bad shape.
Yeah, this is gruesome, but in a crazy way. This is
right.
And I think same artist.
Yep, Sylvia.
I think he's not just improving, but I think just overall balancing maybe or something better.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's looking great so far.
Maybe get a handle on the characters. I'm not sure.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it takes a while sometimes.
Gnarly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So this is what he's dealing with now a year later, and it I was telling the guys, and you were there on Indie Comics Relay, that the original title of the book was The Converging Worlds of Whitaker Knox.
Mm-hmm.
But it just didn't work for me with the logo and just putting things together. So it kind of gives a little bit of a insight into where the book is going. It's going to be, this issue 2 is going to start introducing sci-fi elements by the end of the issue.
Oh, that's awesome. That's where I'm at.
Multiple dimensions or different things. It's going to definitely take a strange turn and not just be horror.
Interesting.
So
awesome.
that's the cover for book 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then that Silvio did, and this is book 2's main cover by Sid Kotian, who did a fantastic job on the second cover.
Yeah, for sure. It did.
So those are your default covers for 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of it is add-ons. So this is this next one, the white one, is a cover that I did for issue 2.
Oh, nice.
Cover B.
Design cover B. Oh, nice. Your career in design is paying off here.
Yeah, and then this one is my Exorcist homage for another cover.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. So these covers are stretch goals, or
they're add-ons.
They're add-ons. Okay.
Yeah, you can get an additional copy of the book with different covers. So those are the stickers, the sticker pack.
Cool. Yeah, I was wondering what those stickers, because that makes a big difference what the stickers are like. Let me look at those again. Those are pretty cool stickers, not going to lie.
Yeah, I wanted to do something that wasn't the normal circle or square.
Right. Yeah, no, that's it works because like the shapes, the silhouettes are good.
Yeah.
And then these are character cards that an artist and I put together. That's also an add-on.
Nice.
Cool. So all this, so everybody, the best way you could do this right now is back one of the physical copies, get the free print, maybe add on. If you didn't do the stickers, add on the stickers. If you didn't do any of the extra covers, like any of the extra covers, you can do those. Mm-hmm. And it looks like we got a t-shirt.
Yep, t-shirt's an add-on.
Nice. Yeah, it's also a cool shirt. I mean, it just works. It's nice and big. So you have a picture of your artist on here as well?
Yep, he's right underneath me. Yep, there's Silvio. Cool. He lives in Brazil, and he's got, if you scroll a little bit further, he's got quite a resume of books he's worked on for Image and different companies.
Okay, down here. Nice. Yep. Yeah. Dude, his work is like speaks for itself, and that's the best thing you can say.
Yeah, that's in the picture. Looks like he's saying, "Leave me alone. I'm working on your.
I'm busy. Yeah, leave me alone." Exactly. Exactly.
You understand the amount of pressure I have.
You understand what you're doing to me. Yes, exactly. He's the nicest guy. You have to. You balance it. We talk about our families and how things are going in Brazil and how things are going in the U.S. And
cool.
He's a great guy.
That's great. So how much is the shirt add on? Since we can't see
that's a great question. I forgot what I put on it. I can go over to my perks right now and find out.
As another little side comment, since these are add-ons, without talking to you might not know. So you maybe on these images put add-on somewhere underneath the label.
Good call.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, same thing happened to me for several things. So, and I still don't even think I have my design book on my page. So we all have little things where we miss. But.
Yeah, totally. Your mind's in so many different places. Mm-hmm. Let's see. If you don't get the stickers, and one of the packs of stickers are $3. The character cards are $5. The 2 different covers, the one with the hand and the Exorcist covers, those full issues are $10 each. Okay. The t-shirt is $15, and then there's also a magnet. I don't think I put the magnet on the main page. There's a magnet that's $5.
That's awesome. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to the front here. As I'm going up, guys, remember to go back and read these previews, because if you're on the fence, this is the way you figure it out. And I guarantee, I dare you, I double dog dare you, read the previews and tell me if you don't want to get the book. So I'm going to go to the top because we run in and out of time, and I want to refresh it, see if we got anything. If we did, great. If not, I'm sure the replays will get you home, get you some new ones. We got, as we're waiting here, did it
Joe
go?
is known to do a dance if certain goals are reached.
I do. Ryan Wynn's in the house. Ryan, you need to check out this book if you haven't seen this book before.
What is
Collision Bomb or
she's in.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's in. And Ryan's saying he's inking sketch card for Joe tonight. What? Yes.
What?
Yes. Been waiting my whole life for this. So, guys, this is going to be our little bit of an intermission here. Thank you, Randall, for coming by.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
No problem. Like I said, you're welcome to stick around. Zaid Comics hops on at 8:00. So between here and now, it's what I'm going to call our little intermission. I'm going to talk a little bit about Star Circuit, just a couple of the updates there, as well as maybe some updates as far as just Art Bros in general, what we're trying to do. And you're welcome to stay on, and we'll double check on Whitaker probably later on as well.
All right.
Ryan Wynn is already saying this book looks rad.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yes, it does.
Ryan, you need to play the trailer and go down the page a little bit and read the preview, because that's what sold me, because it's always about, if I feel like you can have so many things right and miss the connection and miss the melding of both sides of the brain. If you don't have the words and the pictures working together, it doesn't feel like it's becoming something.
That's tough for me. I get so many people that don't send me their Kickstarters, but I follow so many people. I see everything that they back, and I'll always go to it and look at it. And as soon as something makes me go, ooh, it's hard to back it if it's not hitting me right.
Oh yeah. That's Ryan Wynn's also saying the classic Zaid versus Zade is in the house tonight. Which one's the real Zaid? We don't know. Who's the real Zaid?
It depends on who got the trademark first. Mine was 2016.
Ooh, well, we'll see what he says when he comes in. Technically there's three Zaids because he's got.
No, they're spelled differently, and
that's the funny part. Here's the crazier part: both Zaids are two brother teams.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's some stuff out of the Twilight Zone. I'm going to bring up a little bit of my updates for a little thing I like to call Star Circuit. It's a cyberpunk racing adventure, and it's my debut into comic books. It's my debut. It's my debut for you all, and here it is. We are going to talk about a couple things, but mainly that we hit 10K. So that means everybody gets extra pages in the book, and they are style pages, which I've included kind of a
do we get an artist calendar eventually?
I was thinking about that. You know what I was thinking about? A calendar of obviously any of the classic calendar stuff, if it's like pinups of girls and stuff, would work, but anything that is calendar-esque, like sketches, would work too. But yeah, the style pages are going to be, this is like, for example, one of them, the chapter one. Was it showing? No. I shared the wrong screen. Let's do this one.
I was actually talking about a firefighter style artist calendar for you, but since I come up with the idea, we might be seeing that on Beckoned as well. So take me to task with the get to the calendar. Go for it.
Shilling the calendars. So yeah, style pages are in. That means we're moving on to our next stretch goal, which is the biggest update that I'm most excited for. It is the mixtape. Let's scroll down and get to the mixtape. My stretch goals. If you guys want to check this out, everything is in the link. Even Whitaker, Knox, and later on when Zaid Comics comes on, all the links are in the description, and plenty are in the chat as well. But here we go. So we just did 10K, got the pages, and now we're moving on to the companion mixtape. So you get several songs that, well, I say several, I mean 4. I think that counts as several. We're getting 4 songs minimum, and they're going to be emailed to you. So even digital backers are going to get this thing. And I've got...
Through what platform? Is it going to be MP3? Is it going to be through Spotify, or what is it?
Yeah, dude, I'm going to start a streaming service, and then they're going to be able to download from the streamings. No, it's going to be a download,
okay.
An MP3 download that I'm going to have up, just like you would download the PDF. You're going to download the MP3 as well. You'll get a link to it. for every backer. I got a dog issue in the back. And you go see what's going on.
Yeah, man, that comic book really does look awesome as far as the I mean, I didn't expect so far I remember the darker comic books being in the mid 90s when I was hanging out, playing Rollmaster and like Warhammer 40K in the comic book shop. I would see like The Darkness or some of these older, darker comics, but that just gave me a flashback of some nostalgia, like a horror comic. Dude, I liked what that
There
was.
we go. Oh, I went to your website. I wanted to go to your other one, but
WhitakerKnox.com. You can go to Nerd to Third. Whitaker Knox just redirects to
that. I'm just lagging out. It's just doing whatever it wants to do right now. I'll head back there because we got a special event with Ryan Wynn hooking us up. Let's check this out real quick, guys. It should pop up maybe. I have the link. What am I doing? I have all the links. I'm the master of the links. I'm the master of the links, and I still can't get it right. There we go. Let's go back to Whitaker real quick. Let's see this update.
Ryan just said he backed it, so thank you very much, Ryan.
There you go. You got up to 128. That means what? 3 people have now taken you up.
3 people. Yep. Ryan's the third.
You have been bestowed the Art Bro Gleam.
Yes. There you go. The gleam of Art Bros have been bestowed upon y'all. Now I forgot my second update for Star Circuit because we want to get it moving because we got Zaid comics coming in. So my other big update, I believe I was going to remind everyone that this variant cover by Kane & White, which I have re-uploaded a better resolution image of, this thing is getting colored by Steve Furchow, who is an old school colorist. He did Stephen Platt and David Finch and a lot of the big names, and I got him to do this cover, which I'm super psyched for. That'll be out in a couple weeks, most likely, maybe 3 weeks at maximum, but we'll get to see this thing in beautiful color soon enough. And a lot of people are taking up on this cover. We have one where you can get both covers. We have one where you can get just that cover. So head over to Star Circuit on Indiegogo. The link is in the chat. The link is in the description. It is one hell of a cyberpunk book. If you want to see some humans fight androids, this is where you come. That's how we do it. So I feel like, weren't you going to do something special, Zaid? Well, the first liquid Zaid here. Zaid, my man.
Oh, yeah, I've got to run for a minute. Are you doing intermission or what's that?
This is it. We have
okay,
been
yeah, take me down. I'll be back.
Okay. So now I'm glad you're here, Randall, because now I have
someone to talk to.
Yeah, you're the honorary art bro. You are the art bro now.
Awesome.
I need to make some t-shirts because I feel like that merch might sell whenever we do get big enough. I feel like being an honorary art bro is a thing. Let's see. Ryan says, "You done been gleamed," and I like how he said it because me and Jeremy are from Kentucky, and it's fitting. So, Jeremy Jedi is saying it's going to be epic. Of course, Furchow is what he means to say is one of my favorites. Correct. Furchow is one of the best. Have you gotten to see the trailer for Star Circuit? Might buy some time. You may have.
I saw it during the Indie Comics Relay.
Indie Comics Relay.
Play it again. Yeah, it's your show.
You're right. You're right. I think, do I have audio on? Yeah. So we'll just play this trailer quickly because we got that kind of time.
There you go.
Welcome to the future. A place where you can find anything you desire. If the burner gangs don't find you first. Where the fastest racers are artificial. And if you're human, you don't stand a chance. Star Circuit.
Cool, guys. That always pumps me up. I don't know how many times I've seen it now, but it always pumps me up. Makes me feel good. Well worth the few dollars, the shillings that I've paid to get. That's from Ted Zagaro. I always get him out there because he's a great. If you ever need a trailer, Ted Zagaro's a good way to go, especially if you got something synth wavy, cyberpunky. Oh snap! Look at this. I just backed. Now I know you already backed Star Circuit, so I'm assuming you're backing Whitaker Knox right now. Let me throw this in the. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's. There we go. Let's go back. Let's go back and see what we got now, because you got an exclusive print.
I'm almost at 4,500. Yeah, Collision Bomb. I appreciate it.
That's awesome. Now both of you guys are getting that exclusive print. I keep mentioning it because it's so freaking awesome. Let's look at it again. It is. Can I zoom on this thing? Yeah, there we go. Check that out. Like that is. I'm not gonna lie, but that's almost worth half the price of the book anyway, because it's just like it's one of the best color jobs I've seen.
Yeah, let me get you the name of the artist because I don't want to butcher his name. That is Leo Calipircho. It's actually I also use it as a wraparound cover for issue 2 and my Kickstarter. I didn't bring that one over. It honestly wasn't. I only had one person pledge on it on the Kickstarter to get that wraparound cover, which is the same as this print with some extra, copy on it. He's a fantastic artist. Worked at Lion Forge and Zenscope, and worked for Warner Brothers and DC. Titanium Comics, Atomic Comics. He's been around quite a bit.
Great.
He's done a lot of really good work, and I reached out to him to do a cover for me. He offered to do a wraparound because he thought it would be better, and I think it's phenomenal.
Dude, that is great. I'm for it. Is this an add-on at all too, or no? Did we talk about this?
It's not. No, since I'm offering it as an exclusive, it's not an add-on.
You're right. I'm losing my mind. Been streaming for too long today. I've actually been streaming nonstop almost for a while now. It says a little Queen reference for you. Oh yeah, Little Queen. That's right. I was wondering what that was. I was like, was that
another
the
one
Offspring?
backs the book.
Yeah, another one backs the book. I was like, at first I was thinking Offspring. I don't even know why. Who knows? We got D Housen in the house. And we are doing good. How are you doing, Randall?
I'm doing great.
Great. Now, so we are finishing up with talking with Randall about his book, Whitaker Knox. Let's zoom out again from here and show you the top of this page. So we've had a couple backers already. That's the Art Bros Gleam at work doing its magic. And what does this one say? Joe Capistrano? Are you trying to do like pastrami? Is that what you're trying to make fun of me for? Capistrimo. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. Dude, I like that. That's better than Catapano, I think. Capistrimo sounds so much weirder. That's great. So great. We got. I thought Jeremy was in the house. He was popping up in the window for a second. So we've got Zaid coming in as well. Zaid Comics. He is a veteran, if you will, of CG and of crowdfunding. And I think we're only going to be talking to Phil, but it's also a two-man team. And it's going to be a pretty good interview, I'm sure. He's going to interchange, I guess, whenever Jeremy gets back, I'm sure we'll start. Art Jedi is saying, we're just doing one big stream. My bad. That we're splitting them up. No, we are not. If I knew what I was doing, I might have thought of that, Jedi. But to me, one long stream just seems better. You know what I mean? So let me get a couple more questions in for Randall before we lose the opportunity. So, do you know what Comicsgate is? CG? Have you talked to Keith about it? Is that what's your feelings on it?
I don't really have too many opinions on it, honestly. I mean, I didn't know what it was for the longest time. I hadn't really heard much about it, and then how I was introduced to it was people kind of bashing it and getting upset about it. I want to say it was, I can't remember what creator it was. If it was a DC writer, someone had jumped all over Jay Lee because he had done a cover for Ethan Van Sciver's book.
Yes, Sciver, but yeah,
Van Sciver. I think he's kind of one of the leads of Comicsgate, is the impression I got. And someone jumped all over Jay Lee about that, and Jay was like, "I was just doing a job. You know, it has nothing to do with Comicsgate." Yeah, I don't really know enough about it to really take a stance on it.
There's a lot of drama out there. I think that was we're talking about Tom King, and he's kind of a douchey type of dude for what he was trying to do there, which is the problem. Which is problem with a lot of things that are happening on the Twitterverse in general. It's just it's just not good for anybody. Like to be out to get somebody like that is. It's not what we're about here at Art Bros. Right, exactly. You know, here was that movie. Thank you for not thank you for smoking. The other one,
thank you for not smoking. Maybe
no. I forget what it is. Burn After Reading. That one. It's okay. Like the same kind of vibe movie, but it features this guy in a fitness like gym, and he always talks like he's on a commercial. He's always like, here at Hard Bodies, we like to keep it friendly, and that's what I always think about. Here at Art Bros, we try to glean comics. Oh, who is this dude we're talking to? Who is the guy in the red jacket?
How's everybody doing today?
Dude, do you look totally different? Can I zoom in on your face? Let me see what's going on. That's not my face. Somebody else's face.
It's your face, Joe.
There we go. We can see some of your face now. Dude, you got to. Oh, who's the real one now? Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till Zade pops on now. Well, now we'll see who's the real Zade Comics. Jedi's in the chat talking nonsense. Twitter brings out everyone's introducing us. Yes. He's actually speaking truth here. Just because you're 17 doesn't mean you can't speak truth. Bigum's tea hath arrived. Well, we don't want to confuse anybody. This is Liquid Zade, another persona of Jeremy's many personas. Okay.
It takes a lifetime of practice, Joe. It takes a lifetime of practice.
I know, dude. You are one hell of a dude.
I should have been a thespian.
And you are. You could have gone out for acting. You look well in many costumes. Jedi saying he's 16, not 17. What the hell? So I want to ask, because
getting that child labor going, huh, Joe?
Look, I'm not paying the guy. He's out here doing links on his. He's slinging links like it's he's an intern here at Art Bros.
He's an intern. I love it.
He's getting digital coffee for everyone. Make sure you get no creamer for Jeremy. And let's see. Looking at the chat, he says, but I guess after you reach 30, it doesn't matter. Whoa, that seems like a little bit of a burn on Jeremy because I'm 29, dude.
You're not no 29. Shut up. So.
Yeah, dude. I wish I was 29. So Cherry's saying, did I miss something? Are you living in a van now? Or am I living in a van now? I don't know.
Down by the river.
Yeah, I think that's where it's coming from. Okay, so we already have two backers that we didn't see coming. Jeremy, while you were gone, Whitaker Knox has got two backers.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. Almost at 4,500. So, yeah, it's
fantastic. More of that gleam.
That's right. A little bit of gleam.
That's what the shades are for, Joe. There's so much gleamage here.
Right. It's like Dalia says, what his future is his future's not bright anymore.
It's in front of us. It's not behind us. So that's why you wear sunglasses in front of you, is because your future's so bright.
Right. Correct. Except not his future. However.
No, it wasn't.
Right. So Richard B has got a thing to say. It's true, Jedi. I'm not sure offhand if I'm 37 or 38. You can't remember Richard B. That's Sherry is also now he's got to go van shopping now, not house hunting, because that's what we're doing right now. Me and Sherry are house hunting at the
And
present
now
moment.
van shopping?
Yeah, because I mean, look,
Like
the
you
market
need a
is
bigger
so.
vehicle?
Huh?
You need a big vehicle?
I need a place to sleep. If that's a vehicle, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
A
not
van.
against it.
A van.
Yeah.
Are you talking shoes or transport?
Ooh, I do have
I mean,
both. Look, a van comes in handy if you want to. I'm not even going to say it. Forget it. The joke. We're not going to that joke.
Joe, is Joe sneak peeking? He's going to be at some comic book shows as soon as COVID allows for it.
Well, kind of. I'm actually going to go shill a little bit to the comic book stores. I recommend that's a thing. I recommend you can go and
Not now, but when?
Yeah, soon. But you can go to any of your bookstores and go maybe do a retail version of your perks, like give 5 at 20% off, and then maybe they'll put them on your shelves. Some stores do that, and I plan to do that a couple times with some of the cooler comic shops around me. So maybe you can do that, Randall. It's on my list of things to do for sure.
Yeah.
So you have, well, first of all, are you East Coast or West Coast?
East Coast.
East Coast. So I was just making sure if it's not really early in the day or dinner time.
Yeah, it's 8:00 here, a little after 8.
Nice.
Where are you
Same
guys
for all of us. We're in Florida.
Okay.
Sunny Florida for the most part. Everybody's flocking here, man. It's crazy right now. I think everyone that has any kind of lockdown is coming here. So Florida is relatively open, and so we're just getting an influx, and that's why it's so hard to house hunt. That's why we might get a van. That's why we might be living by the river, and selling fish, doing what we can,
making candles,
dream catchers. The classics, the classics. So let's see here. Let me just check the chat before we move on to the one and only Zaid Comics, or so we say. There can only be one Zaid Comics. Let's see. Richard says a van is a house. It's not a shag carpet. It's got shag. Yes, of course. It has shag carpet, so it counts. I get it. Look, I love shag carpet. Anything where I can weave my toes into the fibers,
This isn't that kind of stream, Joe.
Really? I can't talk about feet?
Like smushing in between fibers and stuff. I don't know. I mean, if you have a video that you can put up of that with like ASMR sound effects, I think we'd be banger. But
okay, if comics don't work out, then we'll do ASMR shag carpet.
See, now Sherry's like, nope, no shag carpet, not with those funky feet. See, I'm with you.
All right, so without further ado, we're going to get our headliner, if you will, because it's the last guest. We can call him the headliner because that makes it sound cooler. Now, I could intro him as Phil or Zaid Comics, but we already have a Zaid in the studio right now, and we'll discuss this when he comes in. Welcome, Phil from Zaid.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
How you doing, Phil? How you doing?
How's it going, brother? Thanks for having me on, Joe.
No problem, man. It's been a long time coming. Everybody's channels are expanding at I feel like fast rates. I feel like just Comics Gate in general is just promoting each other at the max, and you almost can't have enough time to go on everybody's channels. Which is cool. So what we have here is an issue of nomenclature, if you will. Some people say it's an issue. Some people say, who cares if there's 2 Zaids on one channel? Now, you wore the bandana, but he should have combed the hair to the side, and it might have sold it more, or maybe not. I don't know. So both of you guys are Zaid for different reasons.
That's right.
Let's just hear the backstory of Zaid Comics, Phil Zaid Comics.
Yeah, so my last name is Diaz, and if you spell that backward, it's Zaid. And so my brother and I started our started doing comics like in 2012. Let me see if I have one old one. So before my brother drew, we would take pictures of us and our friends in front of a green screen, and then he would Photoshop it to make it look like comics and stuff. And I would do like the layouts. I would letter it and write it. And so this is our first character, the Silhouette, which we brought back for our book, The Lost Pages. I'll show you what he looks like in here, and then I'll show you what he looks like in the...
And The Lost Pages is still in demand, or no?
Yeah, it's still in demand, where people are still grabbing them. Let me see if I have a good shot.
While you look for that, we got Ryan's shouting out Phil. Ryan's a great guy. Ryan Wynn.
Yeah, what's up, Ryan?
And we also got our Jedi up here. I don't know why he's saying rock, paper, scissors to the death. Who knows? Who knows? What does that mean? Oh, no, for you guys, the rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, but dude, no.
So here's some shots of the Silhouette back in the day. I played him, and then I was photoshopped to look like a silhouette of a guy. He's basically like a supernatural vigilante. It's kind of like a ghost. He doesn't really remember his past. And so this is what he looks like now in the Lost Pages with some kick-ass art here.
Oh, wow, nice.
All black and white with his story. And, yeah, was really excited, because from that character just spawned all of these heroes and this universe. And so we wrapped it up in the Lost Pages book with a kick-ass Simon Bisley cover.
Nice.
So
that's you can't get better than that. I like how you do your business in general. So Zaid is really just a creative spin on your guys' last name. Now let's just talk to co-host and other Zaid person, Jeremy. What's your story behind your Zaid?
So I had a dog all the way through high school, and then I had to leave for college, and he stayed at home basically around my mom and everything most of the time. And when I come back, I spent a few years with him, and then he passed. So that was just my dog. The way we came up with a name for him is me and my best friend. I said consonants. He said vowels, one after the other. So I said X because X was cool. And then he said A, I said D, he said E, and we went with that. And then I decided to spell it with a Z when I designed the company and, trademarked it in 2016, Mr. Zaid. So trademark might be.
Oh, well,
you have a studio. We do comics, so.
Two different things.
No, I've been watching and seeing Super Cop, the Super Cop 2 you've been throwing around, dude.
No, Magic Cop.
My bad. Magic Super, No. So, dude,
yeah,
I love the flavor of
Thanks,
it.
Man.
I always want to say Hotline Miami because it's got that feel, or I think I mentioned it in another stream that Kung Fury. And I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely some pretty cool. And then your theme park cups. Those are awesome. That's
Thanks,
a cool
man.
part.
Yeah, and I got my Dr. Disrespect shirt on too, so that's very 80s. It's got like that synthwave flavor.
Yeah,
So nice.
That color scheme.
We love the color scheme. We love that just old-timey 80s culture, retro, synthwave stuff, and kind of wrap that all up into, what Magic Cop is.
Oh,
So
look.
if we had to decide...
in here.
If we had to decide if there was only one, how would we do it? One of you could be a clone. We don't know. You guys look exactly alike, so we don't know. We don't know who's who.
Thanks, Joe. No. Just joking.
So, Richard B says, geez, feels kind of a dick now for stealing the dead dog's name. That could be true. It could be that maybe Jeremy's bad for trying to steal his real identity.
I was just trying to immortalize my dog. That's all it was.
So as we get over these trivial matters, we're going to bring up Magic Cop, which is the newest would you say, like, is it an entry in your line of comics? Is that how you would put it?
Yeah, sure. So we did Magic Cop 1. We launched that in like 2019 and fulfilled it last year in February. Then we did The Lost Pages and fulfilled that last year as well. And so this is the first sequel we're doing. These books read kind of, they're an homage to those 80s crime shows. Like, obviously, Miami Vice is a huge influence on us. And when my brother and I came up with this, we're like, okay, the 80s is coming back. This was actually an idea we had for an arcade game that we were designing, because my brother and I work in the arcade industry. And we were going to make it like a side-scrolling beat-em-up, like Bad Dudes or Double Dragon, TMNT. And so each of these characters that you see on the cover here are kind of those archetypes for that game. So, you have the main character, Magic Cop. You have like your secondary character who is a wolf man. His name's Grey Wolf. He's like the old timer of the crew. You have your powerhouse, who's O'Hara. He's this Irish leprechaun giant. He's a half giant, half leprechaun.
That's funny.
And Helly, who's this sexy witch, the female character. So I designed a bunch of boss characters and different levels for that. And it wasn't getting greenlight because we were busy on other projects. But we had so much content to this universe that we're like, we got to do something with it. We took a break from comics because I was going to college and stuff. And we're like, well, I think this would be a great place to jump back into it. We have so many characters already fleshed out that it was pretty simple to write a kind of TV show-esque story for this comic. And that's what's cool the difference between this and The Lost Pages is it's totally different storytelling. It's almost told as if it is you're watching an old show. And we keep the graphic novels episodic like that. So the first one was basically a 2-part television episode where it wraps up at the end, but then this other one's going to be its own self-contained episode, and we even call them episodes. So episode 1 was Drop Dead Legs, and as you can see here, Magic Cop episode 2 is called White Lines. That's a great idea. I don't want to interrupt, but I think the premise is great. So do you have like ads? Like, do you have fake ads in the middle? No, there's no commercials. No, that's a funny idea though. That would be cool. No, we don't go that far. But like how I write it is like there's no internal monologue like you'd have in a comic book, and the viewer kind of sometimes will know things that the main characters don't know before they do. So like you will cut to different scenes with the villains, and we'll maybe find out who the villains are before the good guys do, like they would on those crime TV shows. So really kind of studied those episodes of Miami Vice and mixed in Halloween, and a big influence on us too was the Disney films Halloween Town. So those were pretty cool. So it's kind of like that world where everything is mixed in with Halloween monsters and magic. There's, all of that is normal. So there's no outrageous fantasy to these people because they're living in it the whole time.
So your inspiration for this is you guys are just funny guys, or just this is coming back from like your childhood and you just really something you always wanted to do.
Yeah. I mean, for the Miami Vice thing, I'm only 27. My brother's 32. So my dad's favorite show was Miami Vice. So we were introduced to that at a very young age. And I think we kind of did this at a time where the 80s was coming back. You look at when we launched it, like Stranger Things was just coming out, and that was very 80s. Even like now, like a lot of music that I'm hearing on the radio sounds like 80s music. So, the Dr. Disrespect is huge. He's got that whole synthwave thing to him. And just the timing was perfect with that. And I think it's, I wish I lived in the 80s because it was pretty awesome. It seems like I'm a huge American Psycho fan, all that music. So, coming from there and just we tend to create things out of stupid ideas that we think we're never going to make. And this was one of them,
Yeah,
Bravo.
I love the creativity you guys bring to it.
Thanks, man.
We really do. And you're a veteran. I was saying before you jumped on that you're a veteran of CG, and like kind of one of the names I looked to kind of launch my book.
Thanks, man.
And it's only natural. You're gonna gravitate to the to the not tried and true, but like the methods that work and the methods that like seem like they are fun and useful. So yeah, I appreciate you being out there and sharing with everybody. So here we have the coolest thing ever.
The Magic Cup. This was another idea that my brother's like, hey, we should do, like, he drinks out of these things all the time. He's got like I have a Kiss one from like 7-Eleven, and he's got like a World of Warcraft one from a convention, and he's always drinking out of one. He's like, why don't we do this? And then I'm like, you think people will like it? And he's like, oh, well, let's just do it and see. And they're doing really well. People dig it, obviously, and it's a really, really fun thing. I think it's the first, one of these.
It's not just that, like, I keep calling it like a theme park cup, but it's like that extra cup you would get in like a kid's meal at a restaurant or something, like one of the collector things you would get. And
so I think it matches the old school, the retro feeling of everything,
color scheme and all.
Yeah, just the cup in general. Nobody drinks out of plastic cups anymore, I feel like.
Right.
I mean, not in public anyway.
Yeah, it's 32 ounces. I actually have one of them right here.
I was trying to find the art.
Yeah, there it is.
And it's so cool because, there's the mural there. It's kick-ass. Right. Alan Alonso did I was trying to get him on here tonight, but he's working, and he lives on the West Coast. So, look at that. It's the bad guys versus the good guys. It's basically all of the big names in our books from the first one to the second one, and it just encompasses the whole world. Also, for this, if you back the book and get a tier that comes with the ash can, you'll get this as a poster too. So it's a full poster.
Yeah, we're gonna run through the perks and make sure we get the best bang for your buck. I was gonna say I need to refill my wine, but I got a box of wine next to me, and I'll drink out of the box. If we can get to 9,000 tonight, I'll be drinking out of the box. Okay,
that would be amazing. We're pretty close, and it's so cool to see the growth of the community and people that are interested in the products we're putting out. Because I don't know if you guys knew this, but the first Magic Cop that we did, in 2 months, it made like $4,700. That was our first time, and then over the time, over the in-demand phase, it made almost 10 grand more.
Yeah, I hear that. I forget what channel I was on, but they brought that up, and that's nuts to hear.
And in the first day, we broke like 5 grand, on Bancroft's stream. So that was crazy. Awesome. We met that 60-day goal, which was crazy. So I'm really proud of that, and thanks for everyone who already backed this. It's so cool to see because, this one's kind of, I would say it's more of like a niche book. It's not superheroes. It's not, you're not getting that comic book fan feel to this because it's like more of a crime thing. It's more fantasy, and it's like something it's humorous too, right? Yeah. It doesn't take itself seriously.
Oh no, Joe! I was expecting this to be a hardcore drama, man.
Dude, I don't know, dude.
Be a tearjerker.
Look, man, a guy holding the wand doesn't mean he's joking around.
That's true. It's all business,
right?
But no, it's like
use it.
It's a total different pace than what comic book readers are used to. So it's really cool to see that we have kind of a following now.
Yeah, that's awesome. I see in the chat some people calling you out, like good old Ryan Wynn, sucker for the spinning cup. How did you get that to work? Is that a video file on your campaign? Because it didn't accept my GIF GIFs files.
Yeah, so you can put GIFs on it. You kind of have to do like a little hack. Michael Bancroft helped me out with that because he has a GIF on his.
Oh, so he's got the...
It's like, I'll tell you the secret. Yeah. So
you want to tell me that in the back corners of the chat or something?
Yeah, and someone let me know too for his game campaign I got. Damn.
Yeah, throw it in the private chat whenever you get a chance, or if there's like a resource.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we did is just we hooked the cup up to like a Lazy Susan, and just filmed it in front of a green screen, like a piece of green screen, spun it around, made it into a GIF.
Dude, that's pretty awesome, man. I'm I'm a sucker for it too, because I know, just even the way you're presenting it is that old school style. Like you can see it in a commercial. So let's talk a little bit more about the main like storyline and maybe a little bit of the art here.
For
is this a cover that we're looking at here?
So that's page 2. It's going to be a splash page. Whenever I write my characters, I really want to give some like shocking intros to them, like the first time you see them. So what happens in this scene at the beginning of the story is they're busting a pixie dust house. We call them dust houses. It's basically like crack houses, but for pixie dust. And this young lady here, she's kind of running an operation where the pizza delivery guy comes and drops off the drugs, right? So someone is undercover as that delivery guy, and she gets busted, and she's holding a bunch of drugs, and Magic Cop and Grey Wolf bust in, and she drops them all. So we did kind of...
And this is all, the interiors are all done by your brother, right?
Yeah, Brandon, yeah, my brother.
Nice.
Excellent.
So you see that the drugs
so
there.
She is.
Yeah, and they try to grab her, but she basically like Scarfaces and like snorts a bunch of pixie dust, which gives her magical powers, and then they start fighting.
That's hilarious, because
it's a pretty cool battle.
that's such a good gimmick, because like it's a great loop, because the drugs themselves, produce the adversaries.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Oh, what is it?
Pixie sticks, man. Never see them the same way again.
So this is the main bad guy. His name's Arsenic Jones, and he's the guy that's peddling all these drugs, and he's pissed off that the cops are onto him. His operation. He's basically like Magic Bane, so he uses magic as steroids. So he'll be snorting pixie dust. Once he might get his hand on a magic wand or two, which is really bad news. So he's busting down doors here, trying to kick some ass. And he was actually, this isn't actually his first appearance. He
might want to refresh.
He's actually in our Lost Pages story. He's the only character so far that's crossed over from one of the Lost Pages stories into Magic Cop. So
enlarge you here.
Yeah, here's him in our bonus comic that we put out with the Lost Pages.
Wrong person. Why can't I get this right? I think
you could drag me.
I can drag
to
you
the top. Yeah, like if you drag me in the spot you're in.
Okay, and then you see, you're a genius, dude.
So this was a story of a character called the People, and the People is like our kind of like Casey Jones Daredevil character in the Lost Pages, and Arsenic Jones is actually the bad guy in this one. So somewhere along the line, we're gonna tell how he ended up in the Magic Cop world, because
interesting.
He's a big badass there.
If you refresh, this is Collision Bomb's 50th comic that she's backed.
Damn.
50th comic, really?
Yes.
Are you? Is that what this means? She said company, dude.
She says go check.
All right, I'm gonna go back up. Don't worry. This is we got plenty of time.
We do.
Actually, we don't have plenty of time, but we got some time. Let's check it out. Heck yeah. It went up, right? I think it went up.
I don't know. I can't see. It's too small.
Oh wait. Sorry, I didn't move it. Let's do.
I think so.
I think so too, right? What was it before? Does anybody know? Go back and watch the replay.
We have a third Zade now.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, so the anger part. What was it?
I don't know. Let me send them the link. Is that cool?
Yeah, go for it. The more the Zades, the better, dude. Now it's getting like Metal Gear Solid in here. Too many clones. Let's see. So yeah, thank you for backing Collision Bomb. You are a champion to the stream. You produce the Gleam, and we pass the Gleam on to you. So I think we should Where were we? Going through the pages?
Yeah.
Say we go through the perks, but let's go through the pages a
We
little
saw
bit more.
Arsenic Jones, and then the next guy is, if you scroll down to the next one, this is the Headless Hitman. Of course, a take on the Headless Horseman. He's 80s out. He's basically like if you took the Terminator and made him into the Headless Horseman. So Arsenic Jones hires him to take out some of the cops in the city, and he's just a badass. He doesn't talk, he just laughs, and he's got an awesome axe. He rides on this kick-ass motorcycle. There's going to be chase scenes. So Star Circuit is not the only motorcycles chase scene book in CG right now. There's going to be a fun scene. My brother just finished drawing where he's on his bike, and then the witch character, Helly, is riding on her broomstick, chasing him through the city. It's going to be awesome.
Speaking of, let's put the bros together. I'm gonna stick you toward the top of your bro.
Could you have an art bros show without the brothers on here?
Oh no,
That's
wait,
true.
the bros have to be on the top though, dude. The bros stick together, and so it's such a great channel because we only bring on brothers. You're the
That's good.
that'd be so hard to do if you only had to bring brothers on. You barely could find guests. But yeah, this is your art too, Brandon? This one, Headless Hitman?
Yeah, I do all the interiors and a lot of the promo art and the interior covers as well.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah, these are cool, man. So we're gonna scroll down because I'm watching the timeline because I easily, when I'm drinking wine, man, sometimes it just gets carried away.
Get lost in the moment.
That's right. So we got a little bit of the story. What are we looking at here? Is this the Ashcan or something?
Yeah, so we're doing an Ashcan. We did one for the first campaign, and we love doing them because, it could expand the story, the world building a little bit. So in the Ashcan, you're going to have concept art, backup material, but also a 12-page short story drawn by Alan Alonso, who we've worked with in the past on the Lost Pages. He did our pulp character, the Masquerade. Awesome kick-ass artist, so cool to work with. And yeah, if you zoom in on that, this is all about Grey Wolf and kind of a flashback that he's telling Magicop about, because in the first book, his daughter died, and so in this story, he's going above the law, taking the law into his own hands and hunting down the person he thinks is responsible for it. So, he puts his shotgun away, picks up a katana, and he's going to kick some ass.
This is all, dude. I want more of this.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm more ninja than pirate. Probably more melee than gun. So this is my style thing. I know you got more pages, right?
Yeah, let me show you. Let me share my screen because I got this page from it.
Yeah, these pages look awesome.
Yeah, this is a page from that story, from the short story.
Yeah, it's so cool.
So he's
Even cutting the page.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, he's just, Alan is a graphic designer by trade, so his panel layouts are just so cool. He just takes the reins on that. So yeah, Grey Wolf is going to go into this pagoda, and he's going to just start a ruckus, and kind of inspired by like Bruce Lee's Game of Death, where there's different bosses he has to fight on each level.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets to this boss here who's taken a bath behind the paper walls, and then once you open it up, it's this big guy.
Gnarly.
Change the page. This is Maki. He's our like kind of creature from the Black Lagoon mixed with a sumo wrestler. And he's drawing the big brawl right now, so can't wait to get those pages in.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, when you guys get back into arcade stuff, let me know.
Yeah. We would love to do the game still. I mean, Brandon and I just came from our job, like we work together at the arcade office, so we're doing art and stuff all over there all the time.
All right. Yeah, that's great. That's great stuff.
That'd be such a cool collaboration. Ryan Wynn's saying Maki's awesome.
Maki is awesome.
Thanks, Ryan.
He's going to be a popular character for sure.
Yeah.
Alan does such a great job with that art.
And yeah, the creature of the Black Lagoon kind of look too. Like, that definitely comes through, but it's like Now it's in a side scroller boss mode.
It's so
Like,
cool.
I love it.
When did Hex Allen sneak into my stream, dude?
Yeah.
How'd you get in my chat? Someone let you in here. I want to let everybody know we are so close to 9,000 for Magic Cop, and
We are.
I told you before I'll drink out of the box of wine straight if you guys get us to 9,000. It's just a small stretch goal that I like to help out with. We're
Take
gonna
your
share
shirt off before you do it, and then I think people might go for it.
right.
Otherwise, you're the one getting buzzed, man.
That's all. That's why I'm here, dude. I got to go to art and stuff after this, so my goal is to be trashed when I get there.
Joe, so we just got another backer, but on the Lost pages, not on Magic Cop 2.
How is that possible? We don't even have links for that.
Yeah, I don't know. Thank you, though, if anyone backed that.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Jedi, are you putting up the wrong thing on in the chat? Do I have to fire you again?
I think it's right.
I think I fired him every stream. Okay.
He did. He put the Lost pages in the chat.
Dude, that's
Oh
He
no!
put the wrong link.
Oh, damn, dude. Either way, it's good to see everybody in the chat. I don't know what the goal is over on. Maybe I'm just going to drink out of the box anyway. But let's go down and check out the rest of the campaign. We'll talk about the perks, and then we can close out the stream with a happy promo for Jeremy's Beckoned. Let's load and slow, so bear with me.
Yeah, so the next thing is, if you guys haven't read the first book, we're actually have it available right here as a reprint. Kelsey Shannon did an amazing cover for this, and it's awesome. And, this book is really thick too. This one's 92 pages of story. The second one's going to be around the same page count.
Look at that hand, Bancroft. I just hear that thrown around. That's a good hand.
Let's screenshot that.
Right in the face.
Dude, we need just to make I'm going to make a Pinterest group, and it's going to be reference for Bancroft hands. That's great. So this is the only cover that you're able to get bundled for episode 2 or episode 1.
Well, we also have a limited number of the original print run of Magic Cop episode 1. So if you're a high roller who's interested in those, you could pay a small premium.
Yeah, here's
get one of the original copies.
That cover, which is it would pair perfectly for the new book because they're by the same cover artist, Pablo Romero, very 80s. So you could check that out. So that's the original printing. So we do have I think like a limited number. I think around 20 something up there.
That's pretty cool. That's something I probably will do later on with Star Circuit, but get there, cross that when we get there. So what we're going to do here is go to the perks. I know there's probably some more underneath this, but I want to make sure we go through the perks and get your take. To save time, let's pick 2 of them that you really think are the ones to talk about.
All right, yeah. I mean, of course, the featured perk that's the go-to. It's perfect for people who haven't read the first Magic Cop because it comes with that Kelsey Shannon reprint. Or if you're a collector and you have the first one already, get that new cover because it's kick-ass. So it comes with Magic Cop 1, Magic Cop 2 comes with the ash can, and since the ash can is in the perk, it also comes with that fold-out poster of that Magic Cup mural, and then of course it comes with a Magic Cop cup. So
that's a hell of a bundle.
Yeah. So the awesome thing too is like if you really like the cups, we have them as add-ons. So you can add 1 cup or 2, and it cuts back on shipping if you get two cups at once. So we're big on the add-ons. So definitely check those out as well. We got stickers and prints and stuff like that. Shirts as well.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah. And then I guess another one to look at would be the Magic Gear, which is kind of like everything plus a shirt, a Magic Cop shirt.
Okay.
It's another
down
big
the bottom.
Okay.
Plus a shirt. Oh, on the sweet blue shirt. Let's zoom in on that one.
You got the 80s blue.
No,
Look at that. And the logo.
So it's the same thing as the featured, except what?
And then it comes with the shirt.
So it's
So
okay.
What we try to do with our campaigns is, kind of put perks up there that have price points for everyone. So, we have just the book, we got the 2 books, and the Magic Cop Ash Can, stuff like that. So, and then in the add-ons, you can mix and match. We try to make it as accessible for the backer as possible.
Dude, so do you have any way to get, like, say, just the cup or the shirt separate, or is it only bundled?
Yeah, so those things are just add-ons.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you have to at least get one of the books.
We found that during the Lost Pages campaign, a lot of people really love to do like a mix and match and kind of build their own perk. So we really have everything as an add-on for every perk tier that you can choose. So like if you want to add on 1 or 2 or 3 cups, or if you want to add on a number of shirts, or if you want certain posters or naughty prints or things like that, you can build up your tier however you'd like.
Hell yeah. So I highly recommend you guys go back Magic Cop 2. I mean, if you haven't even seen the first episode, I think the clear winner is the feature tier. If you got the extra dollars to spend, you can go get the gear, the magic gear, and that's probably what I'll do whenever I get paid. And
thanks,
I feel like it's just calling me. That shirt. I think I dig a lot, and let's do a quick refresh, and then we'll talk to Zaid, the other Zaids. Sorry, can't say Zaid.
We got another backer.
Yeah, I just backed it actually.
Oh, thank you so much, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It looks great. I love the concept.
Thank you. Did you guys see the trailer yet? Before we?
No, yeah, we can do that. Let's
throw it up.
Awesome.
Good idea.
Let's see if you're. Did you share audio?
I believe.
Perfect.
And we're back with our new sequel, Magic Cop 2. So sit back and watch this trailer right now.
It's lagging on us, but there we go. Sorry, guys.
Magic Cop is everything you love about Halloween, smashed with everything you love about the 1980s. And in Magic Cop 2, all of our favorite detectives are back. Grey Wolf, the old-timer, Helly, the sexy witch, O'Hara, the half-leprechaun, half-giant, and Iggy, the Magic Cop. This time, there's a new drug on the streets of Ambrosia. This special strain of pixie dust is giving its abusers magical powers, and it's up to the team to find out who's concocting it before the whole city runs mad with magic. But that's not all. Whoever's behind this has painted a target on the backs of the police, leading into a run-in with the city's most wanted contract killer, the Headless Hitman. This book's got a whole lot of action, a whole lot of 80s, and of course, fast cars, hot beach babes, and even hotter crime. The only detective with the spells to stop it is Magic Cop.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
And remember, we can't do it without your help.
So hop on board. Let's go make some
comics.
Now with more Magic Cop.
Dude, that always gets me. I always forget about the more Magic Cup, and it always gets me. Great job. Who helped you make that one?
We need Magic Cop cereal.
I actually made that trailer myself.
Hell yeah, nice, man. Props to you, dude. Not all of us have that kind of.
Thanks, brother.
You got a drone too. Somehow you got a drone. You got a drone somehow.
We know some people.
Oh, nice. And that's super exciting to see. I'm glad we've got both of the books that we had on today. Some Gleam, some Art Bros Gleam, some extra backers. I won't be drinking from the box wine just yet, but hopefully you guys hit that 9K soon. You're so close, damn close. I wish my job paid me more. I could back you right now.
Brother.
That's how it goes. We all have dreams. And so what I want to do before we go is talk a little bit about Jeremy Thevenot's, our co-host and other Zaid member. He has got a game, an indie game.
Liquid Zaid.
Liquid Zaid tonight.
Yeah. So, guys,
I'm going to share your screen real quick. Do you have yours up?
Go. Yes, sir. Ready, steady, go.
You must engage the darkness. If you are going to regain the memories lost to you. You must stay strong.
A lone child's presence does not bode well for the circumstances.
No one can pass. And inquisitive. It will be difficult.
Well, that's just perfect.
But try to remember. You are never alone.
Yes.
That looks really cool.
Kick ass.
Thanks. So yeah, guys, if you are interested, the Indiegogo is right here, and we are a little low on the expectations. We're more than halfway through this thing. We did underestimate the outreach, but if you guys want to check it out and see what we got going, we have all of our perks up at the top. We've got T-shirts, coins that are actually minted, postcards, art books, and our coup de grace is a sculpture based off of the sculpture that I hand done. Joe, can you full screen me real quick?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was talking about.
Your other one. My bad, dude.
So yeah. That sculpture is based on the clay sculpture that I did, and then we have our digital sculptor take a bunch of pictures from this guy, and then ended up creating our 3D model here. So those are printables, 3D printables. I'll hand paint them a number for everybody. Joe, you take that. Thank you, buddy. And then, so the game details are underneath all the business, guys. You can go check that out. It is a 20-hour epic JRPG, which follows 3 adventurers trying to reclaim a stolen necklace. As they scurry across the wild landscapes, they're pulled into a political upheaval between 2 major influences on the planet of Divanis, Loden Stones and Denethite. So if you want to learn more about the scope of the idea, the lore about it, we have tons of information here, tons of detail, and stuff that not totally completed on. If you want to follow us on our social medias, that's the best way to see a lot of the updates in real time, especially like character stuff, bios, or every Friday we're going to be doing a fun party Fridays for Beckoned for the next 3 weeks to see if we can, patch the holes of the sinking ship and get this going before I have to step off on another dock and find another ship. So one more quick thing is part of our graphics of our stretch goals. If we're able to get to a certain degree with those, you're watching me move a light around a 2-dimensional object, and it's casting light across the 2D spray. And it also works for the art as well. All the art and animation and world creation is basically done by me. And so, it's I do it all by hand on Photoshop, frame by frame. It's fun. There's a demo on Steam if you want to try out the prototype.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. You can go play it right now.
Oh, cool.
Yep, go try it out. Let me know what you're thinking. It is slanted a little heavy to teach you a new turn-based mechanic. So as long as you understand that, and then if you want to rip us a new one or give us some praises, just come over here in the discussions and let us know. But that's my spiel, Joe. Thank you so much for letting me throw that up.
No worries, man, dude. You are a brother. We got more brothers. You have a brother programming. We're all bros here. Who knows? Maybe we're all brothers in some sense.
We're brothers in the spirit of creating.
Right, fraternities of some sense. So I want to thank Randall Rozzell. You have your book, Whitaker, Knox, a creepy and yet supernatural detective story that's on your second entry. I highly suggest everybody go check it out. Can you tell us where we can find you, Randall?
The book is definitely on Indiegogo. You can go to whitakerknox.com as well to learn more about the books. Check it out.
Social links already?
Randall Rozzell. My name's here on the screen on Twitter and Facebook. I don't have a Whitaker Knox page. I just went with my own name for now. Now it's too late to go back, unfortunately. So
that's all good.
Pretty much stuck with that.
I'll be pushing that book. I highly suggest you go to their page, the Indiegogo page, and read the preview. It'll sell you on the book. So check that out. And for the Zaid brothers, or Diaz brothers, I like how it's your last name also. So.
Oh, and it's mirror Zaid in that sense.
Yeah.
Jerry's. Okay, so do you have any last words for the stream?
Yeah, check out Magic Cop 2. We have a lot more in the pipeline as well. I'm working on the next Lost Pages entry that'll go up after Magic Cop, so kind of trying to work on that in tandem. And you guys could follow us on Twitter. You can follow me. My Twitter is PhilPops, FILLPOPS. You got Zaid Ninja up there for Brandon.
Yeah, basically, if you want to follow us or see any cool stuff that we're doing, we have ZadeComics.com, which has all the links to everything that we do. Etsy shop, Gumroad, whatever, Twitter, Minds, Facebook, all that good stuff right on there. And you could find us everywhere if you guys want to see some cool or sexy art. Give us a follow, and you could go right to the Indiegogo campaigns that we have.
Go to our YouTube also. If you guys get sub to our YouTube channel, Zaid Comics, we do streams all the time.
Yep, head out there, guys. I have subscribed recently, and I look forward to more of your guys' promo streams and just fun trailers and weird things. Jeremy, where can we find you?
Oh, same thing is, we got our Twitters, we got our Instagrams. Those are where you're actually seeing a lot more stuff. But YouTube is over on YouTube is just Zaid Studios. We do we're doing a show every day for the next 3 weeks of me taking 15-year-old drawings of Beckoned that concepts that I had since working on this and digitally giving them some finishing touches.
Love. Nice.
So bringing those.
Also for both of us, the hosts, there is a spot in the description for all our links. So I won't even mention mine, but I am on Twitter and Instagram. Please go check out Star Circuit at 11,000. We are unlocking the mixtape, so that's like 700 away or so.
The liquid sound effect. Wait a minute.
Someone's around here. So 700 away for Star Circuit. Please go back these great books that we have had on today, and we will see you on Friday. We got Kemosabe returns with his book Company Man at 9:00 on 9:00 Eastern on Friday. So see you guys then. Thank you guys again for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks,
so long, guys. Bye, everybody. Bye, chat.